I wanted to unpack, one of my posts that I've done last week about my wife, and I've said this to my wife, you have saved my life, and I wanted to put it into, really relate to some of the means out there, and also for relationship that they're going through because. And I think I look at my post, and I think I'm hoping I wasn't offending anyone, or maybe somebody from Nicole, my wife's family, or even my wife as well. And I wanted to actually unpack what I mean about, she actually saved my life and save a lot of other women's life, because the reason why I say that, I have got to a point that I think it was 4 years ago that, I wasn't happy with our relationship, and I've come up with a lot of things that, I wasn't happy with. And it got to a point that, even thinking of leaving the relationship, it wasn't working. I have a lot of self-doubt of myself, and how am I going to make it work. It was a lot of it was all negative. A lot of it was all self-doubt that it will never work. No matter what I do with our relationship, is Nicole was not the right person, and those are all the faults that I have in myself. And I didn't realize, until I actually own up with, and open up with Nicole and tell her what is actually going on with me. After that, and then, I guess, like, after that, and then it's starting, as I say, if Nicole didn't receive, or maybe she didn't accept me, who I was, after talking to her about what had actually happened to me, I think it will be a completely different person, and completely different relationship. I could get on, and move on into a different relationship. And the reason why I wanted to say that, and I wanted to put this out there, is there's so many men out there that are too afraid to actually talk to their wife, and also open up with how they feel. Because I believe that, I think that there's a lot of means that they think if they can move on to another relationship and live their families, and have another woman in their life, they think that will solve the problems. But unfortunately, is it's not. It's not the answer of our problems. The things that we hide a lot from our own relationship. It's just carry on. It's no matter where you go. It's a bit like going into a different country with the same mindset and the same attitude, and the same problems. So you changing the country, but you still carrying the same problems. So it's the same as changing the relationship. And that's what I mean about, how many more women I would have to go along, until I actually find out that it's not really the woman's. And I've talked to some of the men that I work with, that they have, four relationship, four families, three families, two. They have lost 4 to 3 families, along the way of their journey, only because they didn't really. They struggled to find out, what was the problem. And the more that they run away from families, and things like that, the more that they actually realize that it's not, it's not their wife, it's not their partners. It's them. It's us, it's me. I'm the one that have the problems, I'm the one that's got the problems. And I need to talk about it, and I need to let my somebody know that this is why I'm actually doing this. Because, as soon as you starting feel uncomfortable, and you feel like the relationship is not working, you start having a lot of doubt, and negative thought on yourself. The easy, I guess, like the easy way is to disappear from their families and a relationship, thinking that I need to find somebody else that will help and support me. But it's not. It's you. It's you. That's what I mean about what I say on my post. It wasn't mean that I'm hoping that it's not affecting anyone, but I do need to unpack what it means. She actually saved my life and save a lot of people's life as well, because I could destroy how many more that I had to go and destroy their life, right? Families, ladies, and it happened in real world. How many, for men out there, how many more women that you have to go through before you can realize now is the time for you to actually come forward.